And Gira levels the tie!
We had an absolute, heaving packed house that night, and the atmosphere was just absolutely wonderful. Well, my mother lived in a flat very close to Putney Bridge Station, and it was my local ground. I could stand behind the goal at the Putney end. There was no stand in those days, it was completely open, and there was no stand on the river either, so that was open too. It was a very, very cold ground, but to keep us warm we had a lovely cup of Bovril at half time. I think it was Fulham against Liverpool, 1949. I've just worked it out, that's 70 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
I live in Sussex now, so I drive up from Sussex. It takes me about an hour and a half. And my son and I have season tickets. We sit here on the Riverside stand. So we go for lunch in Munster Road, and we make a nice day of it. And then we might go there and have a little drink afterwards. My favourite Fulham player of all time was Les Barrett. He was a great winger, and I used to play for the Showbiz 11 football team on Sundays, and I used to watch Les on Saturday and try and do what he did on a Sunday. Unfortunately, it didn't always work that way. I think the Juventus game, I was on the mic for that, and we had an absolute, heaving packed house that night, and the atmosphere was just absolutely wonderful. So there were so many good games, but I think Juventus for me was the best. Simon Morgan's testimonial season, and he hadn't had a very good season. He was injured quite a lot, didn't play many games, although I was on his testimonial committee and we raised quite a lot of money for him. Anyway, about the last match of the season, he came on as a sub in the last 15 minutes, and I think he only touched the ball once, and that was a throw-in. And we used to have a man of the match in those days, so I made him the man of the match. And the place absolutely erupted, and it was the humour of the whole thing. Simon, of course, loved it. The setting, the park, the river, it has everything. It's the most wonderful place to watch football on a Saturday afternoon, and even more in the evening under the floodlights. So Craven Cottage is magical.